Looks like, unfortunately, we are not going to be able to get up with a NASCAR 25 live stream. I literally just tried to go live just now, and for some reason, my PlayStation Network is down. But I hope everybody's having a wonderful night so far and is having a great, wonderful, beautiful evening, of course. And man, we're gonna pretty much talk about some NASCAR stuff tonight. And even though it's not a NASCAR 25 stream, we will still have some fun up in on and on here, of course. Talking about pretty much some stuff that happened today at Martinsville. I mean, gosh, there was some crazy activities that overall went down. There was some conflict, I believe, with Raja Karuth and Jesse Love after the race, and I don't think they fought, which they didn't actually. I know for a fact they didn't. But there was a little bit of a scramble. What's going on? 9 for Life, Saints, Chris Lakes Racing, Lutz. Yeah, Martinsville is Martinsville. I agree with that 100%. Oh, 100%. And Martinsville is Martinsville. What are you going to do about it? You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be some type of a disagreement at the end of the race. We're going to try to go live with it in a little while, but it seems to be PlayStation Network's down, or my it's not letting me load into my stuff. So it's being super janky right now. My NASCAR PlayStation stuff. Internet is asked when it feels like it's being asked. Yeah, pretty much. But today, man, and Martinsville was so chaotic. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really I like chaotic, right? But when it gets to the point where I believe there was 14 cautions today, including the caution that happens at the end of the race. And in all honesty, I understand it's Martinsville in a lower series, but it kind of gets unacceptable when drivers of that caliber, are spinning out every other lap. It gets to a point where you guys are supposed to be held at a certain level, and you're no longer being held to that level, I feel like. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What's going on, Ryan Priest Fan 60? How you doing? Let's so good to see you. All I know is a 9-car Chick Hicks the field on the restart. He definitely could have done better. I know he's a very talented short track racer, which I will give him the benefit of the doubt for, and I won't get on his butt about, because I'm not going to say that the NASCAR approval process needs to be reviewed because of that, because if I said that, in all honesty, that would take away what the grassroots of the approval process is. What's going on, Duddlebug5? How you doing? Good to see you stopping by like always. But no, drop your comments and thoughts down below on what you thought about the O'Reilly Series race today. Drop who you guys think is going to end up winning, possibly tomorrow. Again, I'm definitely excited. I mean, Bell is up on my list. I got a Denny Hamlin. I got a Blaney. I probably have Reddick up there. I got William Byron for sure. Even though Reddick needs to pick up a little bit of speed. The big one, it reminded me of the 2022 spring big one in Xfinity. 100%. It's like deja vu. I feel like every single year at Martinsville, we get some form of a parking lot on the front straightaway. That's so freaking crazy. What's going on, Christopher Bell, JGR fan? How you doing, my friend? If y'all have not already, smack that like button on the stream. Make sure y'all go ahead and do so. I'll be very appreciative of that. I got Hamlin, no bias. I mean, Hamlin is by far tomorrow. Gotta shut off my TV. It's going crazy with some audio right now. It's a Viso TV, so it does that. But overall, Hamlin does have the fastest car for tomorrow's race from what we've seen so far out of him in today's practice and qualifying. So I would not be surprised if we seen a Denny Hamlin victory tomorrow, making that, I believe, 6 out of the 7 races we've raced this season be victoried by Toyota. I almost had a brain fart and said Ford. You have Gibbs winning. Gibbs is on a hot streak, NASCAR F1 fan, a.k.a. Hambone. He is on a hot streak. So if Ty Gibbs wins, that would be crazy. I always take Christopher Bell because he's my favorite driver. And 100%, I mean, hey, if you're not a creator and you have a favorite driver, root for that driver every week and want him to win. That is totally acceptable because you know what? You're a fan. Anyone but Reddick, and I'm fine with winning. Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of people are tired of Reddick winning, and that's completely understandable from the general standpoint of being a fan and not a Reddick fan. Obviously, people are going to get tired of the same old constant driver winning and winning and winning, it gets a little bit excess, and I can understand your frustration with it 100%, you know? So we'll see what happens. You got Hamlin tomorrow, Chris? That's pretty understandable. I want you guys to drop your opinions on today's racing coverage down in the chat below, and what you overall thought of the quality of the racing product that we've seen on track. Again, I know it's Martinsville. I know you can't really expect the A1 and the best racing quality because, again, it's a short track. Short track things are gonna happen in the NASCAR Riley series. It's just a bound thing to happen. Like there's no escaping the big one in that series. I feel like week in and week out, in all honesty. I think Reddick will win no more races this season. That's a hot take. I mean, there's tracks like Michigan that 2311 overall strives at, especially Tyler Reddick having a win there before. So I definitely see where you're coming from. He's hot early in the season, and maybe he doesn't get a win till later on. But I honestly think that Reddick could go on to win another 2 to 3, 4 races, possibly. We'll see what happens, though. What's going on, Ryan Priest 60? What's going on, Nash Chevy? How you doing? Nash Chevy, you want your Chevys to do well this season in the Cup Series. And if they're not doing well this race, that's going to be a big concerning factor. Because this is one of the tracks where Hendrick Motorsports is the best at. They actually, I believe, have the best record here out of any team. So hopefully we'll see what happens. Your boy Corey Day continues to impress you. Good for him. I mean, I think Corey Day overall has improved a bit. You know what I mean? I don't like Corey Day. I'm not a fan of him. I think he's kind of bland. But what I will say is I will admit it, I think he does have talent. It's just he was being over-aggressive for a while, and I've respected the fact that, you know what, he's starting to roll back on the aggressiveness and start being a little bit more respectful of competitors around him. So he's not grown on me, but I've respected him a lot more since the whole Coda incident that took place about maybe 2 weeks ago now. Well, probably 3 weeks ago now. Jeez, the season's already going by quick. We're already, 7 races in? Whew, crazy. Does Herbst get kicked out mid-season soon? I don't know. I think Riley Herbst he's just, if they kick him out mid-season, you can have Corey Day take over, but I don't know if Corey Day will be quite ready yet. He may have things going on but hopefully he'll be able to clear his schedule and take it. I don't think they're gonna kick him out mid-season, Rays, because I think they'll let his contract expire and then not renew it, and obviously, hopefully, from what it sounds like, go ahead and put Corey Heim inside of that seat and let him take over the steering wheel, and hopefully we'll see 2311 rise to be a solid Toyota team. You know what I mean? That's what they're on track to do right now, and we'll see what happens. I know they have a little bit of support from Joe Gibbs Racing with their engines, I believe, and I don't know what else. I know they have a big technical alliance as well. So we'll see if Joe Gibbs Racing pulls out of their technical alliance with 2311 Racing after how good they've been this season. So we'll see what happens. What's going on, Kenzie? Epic, how you doing? What's going on, Chase Briscoe fan? 116A, how you doing, my friends? Corey Heim deserves a ride, 100%. Corey Heim deserves a NASCAR Cup Series ride, and there is no doubt in my mind about that. He's performed better in a Cup ride than Connor Zilic has so far, in the select few starts that he's raced in. And not hating on Connor Zilic. Connor Zilic is a talent, and he is going to rise to the occasion one day in the next few years, I hope and I pray, because he's one of the most anticipated rookies since Jeff Gordon. So we'll see what happens with him. But Corey Heim is, right now, the best thing that Toyota has coming up through them. And I mean, you sit there and look, and I'm going to talk about a topic here. I know it's a little bit off tangents, but I really want to stress this because I feel like it's not being stressed enough right now, and it needs to be talked about more. And it's the fact that Ford's line, I made a video a few weeks about, probably a few months ago now, Ford's whole development is pretty much zero. Like, there's no drivers coming up through any series right now that I think could properly represent Ford in the future. I mean, in the Cup Series, I think Ryan Blaney's the one who's literally carrying Ford with probably Zane Smith behind him. I mean, Austin Cindric, don't get me wrong, he's a good driver, but I feel like if we were to put Zane Smith inside of Austin Cindric's car, Zane Smith would probably outperform him week in to week out, just from the results we've seen so far with you know what, Front Row Motorsports. Lane Riggs, I will say, is probably the only driver coming up through the development series that's actually developing for Ford. And even him, it's like, I don't even really know. I haven't seen enough out of Lane Riggs to actually consider him a real, genuine development driver. Or is Lane Riggs just going to be put down in the truck series for the rest of his career? I mean, I don't know. He's still young, obviously. He still has many opportunities that are going to arise, and we'll see what happens and how he takes those and which path he actually goes down. But again, right now, it's just Ford's so dry on the prospect scale, and it's starting to really, really show. I'm going to read Nash Chevy's comment. Now, Nash Chevy says, Hendrick has done this before. Not waiting for a win until Crown Jewel. They're fine. They've done it before in 2012, 100%. Just why I have a little bit of concern here is that other Chevy teams are doing, I personally think, better than them. And it's one of the first times we've actually seen this happen. We've seen Front Row Motorsports, We've seen teams like Spire Motorsports be able to prevail and consistently put more of what they have in the top 5 compared to Hendrick Motorsports, So it's a bit concerning. I'm not going to lie. It's the worst they've seen in well over 10 years, to your point, but we'll see what happens. Hey y'all, what's going on, Brian Vickers? How you doing? Hopefully you're doing all right. I hope when Hammond retires in 2027, JGR doesn't replace him with Brent Cruz because he needs time to develop. 100%. I think rushing drivers up is the worst possible thing you can do. What's going on, Penske? What's up, my friends? Love Raja, and Raja had a long conversation after race. Yeah, so Raja Caruth, basically there was some contact between him and Jesse Love towards the end of that race where basically he was sending it in, kind of not really being well aware of what was happening around him. And Raja Caruth had a conversation with Jesse Love, and Jesse Love's, I believe, one of his crew members was threatening him, saying, you better buckle up in your car next time we see you, because we're going to freaking send you up into this wall and see how you like it. So, I mean, tough words being exchanged between a crew member and obviously Raja Caruth, and I think Raja handled it pretty well. But yeah, there was some pretty bad blood between a few drivers today at Martinsville. But it's something to be expected, especially out of the Grand National Series. What can you expect? Good to see you, Loons. Good to see you, too, DC. How you doing, my friend? Hopefully you're doing all right. But, yeah, no, it's been a lot of stuff. If you haven't already, smack that like button on the stream. I believe we have 12 likes already. Let's try to get up to 20 by the time we're done. I would appreciate that. Also, if you have anybody else that likes NASCAR and likes talking about NASCAR, like seeing random NASCAR clips, tell them to subscribe to my channel. We do a bunch of random NASCAR shit every day, so come on over. But no, guys, yeah, drop your thoughts and opinions about today's race. I've seen a few picks for tomorrow. I know we're really excited for that. Or any general NASCAR question you guys want me to react to as a NASCAR influencer, drop it down in the chat. I would love to interact with you guys on that. 100%. Yeah, right now, I probably have Hamlin winning tomorrow. I mean, he's been the fastest in practice, one of the fastest in practice, been the fastest in qualifying, obviously on pole for tomorrow. Has wins here before, multiple wins, so we'll see. So today, Penske wrote, Raja showed really good maturity in the conversation. Love how he admitted his mistake and also was able to share his POV. I definitely think he has the potential to be a decent Cup driver. I hope so one day too. I think Raja Caruth one day, obviously not now, maybe in 5 years, definitely has needs some time to develop. But I think Raja Caruth could most definitely make it in the Cup Series level one day with a team that's building themselves up. I feel like he would make a very, very good pillar or leg to stand on, in all honesty. I think Raja has been able to show the maturity of racing in the Craftsman Truck Series and racing in the O'Reilly Series. Now, faced with a problem, he's been able to communicate and overall, I think, handle himself quite well. And, I'm glad that we've turned this into a positive thing because, you sit there and think about it. He could have taken the situation very, very negatively. You know what I mean? And, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why, but I've always predicted Caruth in the 48 Cup car in the future. Well, we'll see if you're right, Sluts. That could definitely be a potential thing that happens. I think if he was a few more years developed, had more wins, I think Rick Hendrick would actually take that bet pretty seriously. But I don't know. Talk about Ross Chastain and how good he is. Man, I don't know what's been going on with Ross Chastain recently, man. He spun out today at Martinsville, going down the back straightaway. I don't know what happened. I just seen that he was around and brought out, like, I think it was the 8th caution of the day or something. And he just has not been there. Trackhouse itself, besides, in all honesty, probably Shane Van Gisbergen, Trackhouse just hasn't been there, and I don't know why. And honorable mention, actually. Honorable mention. SVG, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Shane Van Gisbergen, the last name of a road course racing freaking legend. Guess what? That boy is starting in the top 5 at the Paperclip Manana. Crazy stuff we got going on tomorrow with SVG up there. That's crazy. Looney face reveal. I've already faced this. Is my face. I've been doing it for a while. Penske says RFK needs a third charter. What if they buy Haas's 41 and kind of mix their teams? RFK gets the Xfinity program and Haas gets better. Replaces Keselowski when he retires. I think that could be most definitely a possibility. We'll definitely have to see how RFK and Brad Keselowski and Jack Roush approach this situation with the Fenway Sports Group. You know what I mean? It's going to be interesting, and I think we're going to find out a lot more about it as we edge to the end of the season. Trackhouse depression coming in. It's unfortunate, Tommy. I hate to say it. Trackhouse, when it first came out, it was looking so strong. It was the most popular team for a freaking quick week after that crazy Martinsville wall ride. It was hype. Everybody loved it. And now it's like, oh, wow, they're getting 1 win a season on an oval, maybe none, and you have the guy who's great at road courses leading the team now. It's a little bit uneasy, so I don't know. I really don't know, and I'm a bit concerned. But I think it will come with time. Everything comes with time, and I think that Trackhouse will become a great team again once they figure out the Generation 7 car new Chevy body. Jesse Love showed that what a champion is by de-escalating the issue that could have been bad between their teammates. They dabbed it up afterwards. Yeah, I know. So I like how you said that, and I think both parties. I think Jesse Love and I think Raja Caruth most definitely showed lots of maturity for their age. Very respectable young gentlemen that took the situation very, very good. There was about to be, obviously, an incident that took place between one of his crew members and Raja. And he was able to go in, de-escalate the situation. Raja Caruth was able to explain his point of view and how, it was different from what the crew member said. And Jesse and him obviously talked it out. We're able to move on and on to Rockingham next week. No cup race next week. Remember, it's Easter. Recently just bought a SVG sweatshirt a few days ago, and now he's in a P5. Yeah, P5 starting, a road course warrior starting on a P5 at a paperclip. That's amazing, isn't it? O'Reilly Auto Parts. Honestly, I think Trackhouse are going to be very good when they join Dodge/Ram. Yeah, if they do, I think they'll be able to be better, but we'll see. Hear me out. Since Trackhouse cares about diversity, they need to they need to either get Zilich into his medal and get him into the top 20, or they have to drop him and put Raj into the car for one half of the season. Tommy, I can't agree with that. I mean, I don't know, man. They need to figure something out, though, with that third Trackhouse car because it's lacking in speed. We had some crazy expectations for Connor, but I think he would have been doing a little bit better than he is right now. P18, though, at Darlington, I will take it. Jesse told them to move and talk with themselves. Yeah, that's good. Trackhouse needs to get rid of CZ, Invest, and Ross. I don't know, man. It's they have a lot of assets going out in all different directions, but they need to stick with one and invest, right? Keep SVG good on the road courses, better him at ovals and short tracks. Cool. Invest in SV, invest in Connor Zilic, or Connor Zilic can go to Hendrick in the 48. I mean, there's options here now. I don't know how. I actually forget. I forget how long Connor Zilic is actually locked into Trackhouse. Does anybody know? I forget how the contract is with that team right now and him. Uh, I can't believe people don't with Zilic already. It's obviously insane. I don't think Connor Zilic is a bust. You got to give him a few years, man. You know what I mean? But I think he needs to get on the ball a little bit more, and I think it's the team also that's responsible for that. In all honesty, I think he's rushed. You know, it's a little bit soon. People are always so quick to give up on young drivers the first season and just give them time. Exactly, that's the best thing you can do is give drivers time to be able to develop. But I feel like Trackhouse isn't right now. I feel like Trackhouse is not giving Connor Zilic the resources he needs to be able to drive it home and execute. I feel like a lack of speed inside of that 88 car that Connor Zilic currently drives is a major factor in why he is not getting the results that people are expecting. It's not a lack of talent from Connor Zilic. It is a lack of equipment and a lack of funding from that team to have better engines, parts, engineers, crew chiefs, all that stuff. Better everything. And you know what? You're going to hate me for saying this. I love Alex Bowman, but his time is up at Hendrick Motorsports, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time. Connor Zilic needs to be in the 48 car. And if they're able to capitalize on that, they got a dangerous team with William Byron, Chase Elliott, who's the king of consistency, Kyle Larson. I don't know where Kyle Larson's been at, honestly. I don't know. But that's kind of concerning. Kyle Larson hasn't won in almost a year now. That's weird to say, isn't it? Kyle Larson hasn't won in a year. Oh, but what I'm saying is Hendrick needs to get fucking Connor Zilic. They need to get him, because if they don't, they're missing out on an opportunity. Ross is so underrated. He needs to be a better team. I agree. But the thing is, though, if y'all remember, and part of it was because the team was new, and the car was new, and everybody was equal. But if you remember 2022 Ross, 2023 Ross was a lot more consistent, and he was up there causing bad blood, causing beefs. What's going on, NASCAR L93? How you doing? He was up there in the mix, and now that they have more drivers at a team, it's like, whoa, who are we putting our effort into here? Let's just 25, 50, and 35, let's make it all 100. You can't just do that. There's a bucket of there, you know what I mean? And you know why I know? You know why I know, ladies and gentlemen? You know why I know for a fact that Trackhouse is doing that right now? Because, you know why? I'm going to tell you why right now. Daniel Suarez is over there at Spire Motorsports, and he's doing well because Spire Motorsports has been able to put the resources in one, resources in another, and a resources in their third. All of them have the same playing level. Now it's how well you can execute. And Suarez with that team has been able to execute. With Trackhouse before, hell no. Especially when SVG started racing there. So, and especially when he was on bigger teams and he was the fourth car, not making excuses for him. It's just a mess, but that's what's wrong with Trackhouse right now. I guarantee it. Listen, Looney. No, I have been a Chastain fan since 2020. He was way more aggressive. He needs to go back to that. I agree. I think his aggressive roots need to come back 100%. You're playing Mario Kart right now? Nice. Sadly, a ton of drivers are underrated, and they should have better cut rides. I agree. Kind of just relates to the Talent Cup. I've been dogging on Suarez the past 3 years. Glad he's found a decent spot. Yeah, decent Spire ride. I'm glad too. Suarez P14 in the standings. Big shout out to him. 100%. I mean, Suarez consistently, week in, week out, top 10 contender, top 10 qualifier. Consistent. Let me look it up. Where did Daniel Suarez qualify for Martinsville. I guarantee you he's in the top 10 because you know what? He's found his strike. And I guarantee you there's more than one Spire car. Oh, never mind. He qualified 22nd. Okay, that's bad. Oh, wait. Is that 2025? Let me try to find this. 2026. He is made. It's not telling me. All right, wait. Let me look at the lineup here, guys. I'm about to stand corrected. Oops. Hold on. Let's see. So Hamlin has the pole. Byron second. Byron third. Barry fourth. Gibbs fifth. Cindric sixth. Hocevar seventh. There you go. Yeah, he didn't qualify too well actually this time. He qualified 22nd, but my point is, he'll gain some spots on race day. He's been very good at that. Schwartz has been faster than Hendrick cars. It's concerning, and yes, he has been. Also, Ty Gibbs has been very good with our... Okay. What? Ross isn't aggressive anymore because the Hendrick clowns threw a fit about him being anything other than a corporate billboard with no personality. That's a strong comment. He's 22nd. No, I seen it now. I was confused. I was like, oh, man, maybe it's top 10 qualifying. Nope. I didn't really watch qualifying today. I kind of turned it on last minute and seen a few drivers go. I watched Reddick go. I watched Hamlin go. Looney King stopped doing NASCAR 25. We'll see what happens. You know, I know a lot of you guys like playing it with me. That's why I don't stop doing it. But, you know, I don't know, man. I'm tired of getting wrecked on that game. I'll tell you one thing. It's the consistent wrecking and the trolling. It's gotten aggravated. If more of you guys like watching me like this and actually me talking and responding to you, I'll do this. But we got to do a little video games here and there. It's official, guys. Fernando Lozano is a father. I can do 130 again. To be fair, Daniel has never been great at Martinsville. Yeah, it's one of his off tracks. But Daniel was never that great at Darlington. Last week, I believe he was able to finish 7th. Like, whoa, holy crap. That's such a weird phenomenon for him. Yeah, what a crappy start. Well, I'm not going to say Cindric anymore. I'm proud of Cindric. Finally, showing a little bit of Penske power there, getting a top 5 at Darlington last weekend was most definitely something that shocked me. I'm like, whoa, Cindric in the top 5 at Darlington? Damn, he's fast then, I guess. But Joey, can we talk about one thing too? Looney, can you check DMs in a minute? I wish they had a filter where you could custom cars, and yeah, exactly, I agree with that. But it's something that should be in the game, and hopefully they have something like that in the next game. That'll be pretty cool. But man, we gotta talk about Joey Logano, dude. What has been going on with that guy? Last week, oh my gosh, he was nowhere to be found. He was slow. He was very, very slow. Like, I don't know what I was even looking at, you know? So, most definitely weird to see Logano. Most definitely weird to see Logano that behind on the pace, you know what I mean? So weird. I could have done Darlington. Thanks, Daddy Blaney. Horrendous. Blaney, for sure, I think right now is carrying the team. And then I will say Cindric has been doing better than Logano, honestly, this season. But Cindric's been involved in a lot of wrecks that have been preventing him, I think, from being the best. Not being the best, but being better than, you know, Logano. So it's really right in between. What's going on in the Real Danica? Championship contenders so far is Reddick, Blaney, Elliott, and Hamlin. I would say about that, yeah. I would put probably Reddick, Blaney. I'll put Reddick, Blaney. No, Reddick, Hamlin, Blaney, and then Elliott. I mean, Elliott just needs to win. I mean, he's on and off. He's hot and he's cold, you know. I don't think he's a full championship contender yet. Like last week at Darlington, I don't know where Chase Elliott was. The week before that, though, second at Las Vegas. So he's hot and he's cold. I don't know if I would call Chase Elliott I don't know if I would call him a championship contender right now, though. He's I don't know. Not in this format. Wallace, maybe he's showing a lot of potential. But same scenario as Chase Elliott. He needs to win, you know? He needs to be a winner. And he's not. He needs to win. He needs to win. If Bubba wants to prove that he is a championship contender, he needs to go out and win one of them like his teammates doing, which I think will potentially happen. You think William Byron's going to carry Hendrick? It's looking like that right now. A lot of people are like, oh, Larson, Larson, Larson. Nah, Larson hasn't been doing shit. Larson hasn't won a damn race in almost over a year now. It's that bad. So we'll see what happens. He's at an all-time low laps led in his career right now with Hendrick. He's had the worst start of a season with Hendrick so far this season, and he's on the longest winless streak with Hendrick right now. So we'll see. Looney, watch the clip, please. It's goaded. I will watch it right now. Is it in my DMs? No, it's in here. It's Assetto Corsa. Oh, God. Let's see it. Open on the web. What the hell is taking so long? Being a Larson hater is great right now. Well, if you are one, yes, because he's not performing the way he should be in a Hendrick car right now. He's I don't know. He's been up and down and back and forth. He's led laps. Like, he's not bad. Don't let me say that, but it's not the normal Kyle Larson we're used to seeing. You know, we're used to seeing him up front at a constant. Wow, look at that save. Damn. That's clean. Oh my gosh. But wow. But no, I just think it's definitely weird right now. We have a weird situation that we're in with Larson. You know, I don't know. It was 12 hours of Sebring. Damn, I don't know how you can sit there and sim race for that long. That's crazy. But you know what? More effort to you. Looney, if I got NASCAR 25, I would beat you. You probably would. I mean, half my subscriber base has been able to captivate on me and beat me. So yeah, not gonna lie, I want to see a NASCAR championship tiebreaker between Logano and Byron. That would be pretty cool. Looney, yes. If it was 12 hours, Larson is one of the most overrated drivers in the sport. It's hard. You know what I mean? It's hard to say that because of the success he has and because of his championship last season. But I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that. Is he a little bit overrated at this very moment? Yes. But in general, he's not, because at the end of the day, Kyle Larson has the most success in the next gen car, the Gen 7, than any driver in the field with the most wins. But Denny Hamlin, I believe now, is pretty much close to that, so we'll have to see. But I don't know. I can't say he's overrated because of the stuff he's been able to achieve, but we'll see what happens. Chevy is not the issue. Y'all, JRM has 5 wins in a row, and Spire and Cup runs great every week. Hendrick stinks right now, along with ECR engines for the other Chevy teams. That's completely fair. I agree with that. I think that it's a lot to do with, the Hendrick. Hendrick isn't adapting well to this body that we currently have with the Gen 7 new variant of the Chevy. They're not. So we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? Could see SVG win an oval race. That's not a super speedway this season, which is crazy to say, but Trackhouse might be holding him back more than we think at ovals. Maybe. The reason why I don't say that, though, is because Ross Chastain last season at the most oval of NASCAR, being where, Charlotte Motor Speedway, was able to go out, start in the back, and run all the way up front. I don't know. Chase Elliott needs to have his 2020 season form. Yeah. We all agree that the people saying he is better than Verstappen are wrong. Yes, obviously. Larson is not the best driver in the world. I wouldn't count him even as the best driver in North America right now. He used to be, but not anymore. It's Denny Hamlin or Reddick, right? Reddick is the current best driver in North America. Probably Denny Hamlin second, then Blaney third, and then what's his name? What's his name? Joseph Newgarden, and then maybe Larson, He's top 5, but not top 3. It's probably, actually, you know what? I'm going to give it right now. I'm going to say Reddick. I'm going to say Tyler Reddick. I'm going to say probably Hamlin. Joseph Newgarden. Then I'll say Blaney, and then Larson, Navy Larson at that. I don't know, Alex Paul. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I forgot about him. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. Lee, which racing's better? NASCAR GT3. Again, it's really preference. It's really a preference, you know. You could like what you like. Stock car racing is what I like. I love that it's a full contact motorsport where you can make contact with someone's door, and the worst thing that's gonna happen is they may cut a tire down from their sheet metal. I like that about NASCAR. It just depends. GT3 racing, though, is very, very talented. It takes a lot of precision. The cars are more expensive, and if you mess up big. So, I don't know. It's hard. Polo should be F1. Yeah, yeah. I'd even argue Byron is better than Larson. Right at this very moment, yeah. You could argue that, and I wouldn't really raise an eyebrow to that because it's pretty much valid point. He has more success in this season than he has. So, yeah, 100%. Byron's been, and Elliott, I think Byron and Elliott collectively have been supporting Hendrick right now, 100%. You take one of them away, the team pretty much goes kind of like that, right now. Again, because Larson, he's led a little bit here and there, but he's not doing Kyle Larson things that we're used to him doing. We're used to Larson consistently at a constant rate of being that guy out on the track, and it's not been like that really at all recently. So yeah, no, I don't know. We'll see what happens though, for sure. But what I will say is I'm probably gonna hop off here now. I gotta go take care of a few things. I gotta go upload this video of mine. But I thank all you guys for stopping in and coming in to say hello to me. It's always much appreciated. I love you guys very much, and it's always nice to see you on here. Sorry we didn't get around to doing NASCAR 25 tonight. I wanted to do it, but just the connection wasn't working right on my PlayStation. I don't know. I'll talk to you in a little while, Redneck, too. I know you're in here, so I will get to you in a moment. Let me pull up my computer screen to say goodbye to chat before we hop off. Yeah, all right. Thanks for stopping by. Briscoe fan, Steve Phelps, Chris Lakes Racing, NASCAR L93, Penske, Tommy, NASCAR F1 fan, Nash Chevy, Braden Lakes Racing. Yeah, just everyone who stopped by. Thank you so much. It's good to see you, NASCAR L93 too. It's always nice to see you in here. It's always a pleasure. And yeah, have a good night, guys. I will catch you in the next stream.